Well, promoter Eddie Hearn just wrapped up the official launch press conference. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, March 8th, Saudi Arabia. It's not often you're made to look very small in the head-to-heads. Did you feel a bit small up there today?
Look, AJ's a lump, and Ngannou is massive. You know, he was talking at the press conference. I was looking at the size of his head and his neck, and then I turned to AJ, and he looked tiny in comparison. These are two, mountains of men, and they will come together in an explosive fight. I mean, when you speak to Francis the first time, like I did, when I met him in Las Vegas, there's an inner belief. But on what planet, in what sport can someone that has never competed professionally before go and compete with, in my opinion, beat the very best in the sport in Tyson Fury? He's done that already. The confidence that he will have coming into his fight, but I still stand by it. I don't think you can do it. I don't subscribe to the fact that you can just stroll in and beat the very best in any sport in your debut and in your second fight. But we know the danger that he brings, the mental strength that he brings, and the size that he brings to this fight. This is a dangerous fight, one I believe AJ will deal with in style. And now you've just heard from His Excellency the plan. The winner of this fight against the winner of Fury against Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight world championship. This has been a dream of AJ's, a dream of ours. I said to him up there, 2 wins, you're undisputed champion. That's it. You get through Francis Ngannou, we've got it. We've got the shot at undisputed. And I'm telling you now, he's going to win them both. And what an opportunity. Sometimes in life, you just got to stick with it. You've got to keep doing the right things, and the opportunity will come. And bumping into, and beginning working with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, this is a golden period for boxing, one that fight fans are just seeing massive fights just happen in a drop of a hat. You heard him talk earlier about Bivol Beterbiev. It's on. You heard him talk about Matchroom against Queensberry, the 5v5. It's going to be a huge event for British and world boxing. It's so exciting. It takes your breath away.
AJ was talking there about he's got to conquer the mind of Francis Ngannou. You just mentioned it there as well. But what about his mindset does truly make him dangerous? Because he appears completely fearless.
He just believes. If you don't know the Francis Ngannou story, read it, learn it. It is one of the most motivating stories you can ever. When you hear about what he did to get to where he is, you're talking about a guy that has so much resilience, right? That has so much willpower and strength to succeed. That's what makes him dangerous. When you couple that with size, when you couple that with power, it makes him a real threat in this fight. But you counter that with ability, with technique, with speed, with preciseness. And that's what AJ's got to bring in this fight. But the mental side, AJ is right, because you talk to this guy, mate, his resting pulse is 8. He just is ice cold. He's a true killer, this guy. And this is, like I said, a dangerous fight.
When Floyd Mayweather boxed Conor McGregor, Floyd was saying, look, he'll win this fight how he should win it, how it should expect to look. How should AJ versus Ngannou look in your mind?
You're talking about light middleweight division against the heavyweight division. You can't do what Francis is doing in any other division like you can in the heavyweight division. You got massive punch power, you got strength, you got the ability to fight on the inside, to use your strength in the clinch. You can do that, and you can execute it in the heavyweight division like no other. Conor McGregor was never going to beat Floyd Mayweather. He could fight him 1,000,000 times. It's not going to happen. The ability to turn someone's lights out with one punch, that's what makes the heavyweight division the most exciting of all, and that's what both these guys can do. They've been doing it for a living. They're prize fighters. They get paid to destroy. And that is the beauty and the jeopardy of heavyweight boxing. And that's what makes him a live dog in this fight. Any other division, these were 2 lightweights, no chance, in my opinion. This is what makes it exciting.
There's the unpredictability, really, and the novice sort of style you tend to see from fighters crossing over, make it even more dangerous in some ways.
Yeah, and because, one, he doesn't have the experience, he's not worried. Any normal individual would be going, oh my God, I'm going in to fight Tyson Fury. I've never even had a professional fight before. Imagine the mental strength to go in there and compete with him, and then rock up and sign to fight Anthony Joshua and actually believe you can win, and walk down those steps and walk to the stage going, I'm going to win this fight, and to truly believe it rather than just to talk about it. That's the strength of this guy in mind, and that's what makes him so dangerous.
When you look at Anthony Joshua, How much deep down do you truly believe he'll want to make a statement and put in a better performance than Tyson Fury perhaps did?
Everything for AJ is about performance. And now he'll work with Ben and the team to make sure he's ready. The Warling performance was sensational. This has got to be on another level. He destroyed Warling. If he destroys Ngannou, he's going to go in there and destroy what we hope, love Usyk, we hope will be Tyson Fury. If he can win that fight and AJ can look great against Ngannou, it's on.
What's your take on the Undisputed belt we saw up on the backdrop there? All 4 governing bodies' logos, it appears that they've all come to agreement for the sanction of this new belt.
Yeah, great. I mean, look, that's what we want, the Undisputed Championship, the best be the best. It tells you who the best is in the division. And on February the 17th in Riyadh, we will find out who the best at that moment is in the heavyweight division. And after that, 3 weeks later, you will see this fight where the winner will go on and try and become the best in the division. And that's what we want, the best be the best, and we've got it within the space of 3 weeks of each other.
I just heard you saying on the live stream with DAZN there that you were very close to having Christmas dinner with Frank Warren. Long-term rivals, of course, it's competition and competition's healthy, but working together, how has the relationship improved and changed over time?
Do you know, we should have done it earlier, but we've all got jobs to do for our networks and our fight. And by the way, British boxing wouldn't be where it is without the competition between us. We're stubborn, we're winners, and that led us to really not like each other because you got all these outlets. He said this and he said that. When His Excellency come together and said, I'm not interested in that. Make it happen. We had an opportunity for the sport, for our companies, and most importantly for our fighters to change their lives. Now we've brought it together, and you heard His Excellency talk about his other plan, the real big one. Matchroom against Queensberry, 5v5. Frank's best against our best. Reality TV spin-offs, opportunities for the fighters, a team bonus. This could be bigger than all of these events. And I can't wait. We're already, brainstorming about ideas. And what an opportunity for the fighters. This is what it's all about. Opportunities for the fighters to change their lives.
I know you'll sit down and a lot of it will be down to His Excellency as well, but do you see that being a mixture of weight classes and the very best you have to offer?
You've got the top level of that matchups with, of course, Fury against Joshua. People talk about Callum Smith against Yard, but even on the I say not disrespectfully, on the lower end, you've got fights at British title level. You've got Masood against Liam Davis. You've got Hopi Price against Nathaniel Collins just been ordered. You've got so many other weight classes out there. You've got female fights. Raven Chapman against Sky Nicholson. Like we need 20 rather than 5. But we need to put together, the most anticipated matchups, and that is going to be a huge, huge event.
Frank said, I'm 72 and I'm in boxing heaven.
Yeah.
I won't mention your age on here really, but where are you at in terms of this experience? Does this feel like a completely new chapter for someone who's been around the sport their whole life?
Because we love the sport, and all we want to do is make massive fights and massive nights. When we put a fight together, when you make a massive fight, it's so difficult to even put an undercard on. What His Excellency is doing, he's making a fight and saying, what about this fight, what about this fight, what about this fight, all on the same night. I said it's like championship manager. Imagine sitting there and putting your dream team together. This is like putting your dream cards together, your dream fights. Bivol, Beterbiev, we've already signed for Dmitry Bivol to fight Beterbiev. That fight's going to happen this summer, and he's not going to stop, and we've got to ride this train. That's what we've got to do, because we love this sport and we're finally getting what we deserve.
In terms of predictions, you believe your man, Anthony Joshua, knocks out Francis Ngannou on March 8th?
I do. I believe he's going to wear him down and chop him down. And by the end of the 8th round, this fight will be over. And Anthony Joshua will be ready to fight for the Undisputed World Championship.
Eddie, thanks for your time as always.